The Right Reverend Randolph George, former bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Guyana, passed away on July 18, 2016. He was 92. Government and opposition leaders have all offered condolences to the family of the late bishop. Nightly News spoke with former Prime Minister Samuel Hinds, who reflected on the late bishop's unique outspokenness, saying that the bishop's articles in the newspapers and letters to the parishioners in the 1980s were very impactful.
One in particular, I think, certainly caught the attention of many people in Guyana, of myself. I think it was somewhere around 1988, 89, and I would have a suspicion that that challenged me too, to say, you know, everyone has a duty to try to change the way things have been.
Mr. Hinds suggested that during that era in the history of Guyana, Bishop George took a unique, isolated position, since he spoke openly about the state of affairs in the country then.
But over time, the Catholic Church, you must admit, was recognized, led the way in calling for a change and a return to fair and free elections, and elections free from fear. And the bishop also spoke of that message, which would not have been popular in his church, in the Anglican Church in Guyana. And so I would have no doubt that he would have experienced quite a bit of loneliness from maybe the mid-80s.
The former Prime Minister explained that the bishop stood and maintained those principles which he believed in.
He worked on attempts to improve race relation. I think he might have been the first chairman of the Ethnic Relations Commission, and then subsequently he was chairman of the Integrity Commission.
In a statement, Prime Minister Moses Nagmutu on Friday expressed condolences to Mrs. Sheila George, the wife of former Bishop George, his children, and to the entire Anglican community. Bishop George was said to be a knowledgeable, soft-spoken, and amicable leader of the diocese. The Right Reverend Randolph George was bestowed with the Cacique Crown of Honor in 1994. The office of the Leader of the Opposition in a statement referred to how Bishop George will be remembered and cherished for his role in the Guyana Council of Churches and subsequent involvement in the Caribbean Conference of Churches in a fight to restore democracy and the protection and defense of human rights in Guyana during the final days of the PNC administration. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.